So welcome everyone. We're glad that you could be here with us this evening. I know we have a week long of activities that you'll be able to participate in, but tonight is really our official kickoff. I'm Christina, Works Director of Engagement, and we are super excited to have a few of our team members on the call with us too, and some family members as well. So if you scroll through your screen, you should see most of us that have work next to our names, or some family members' names on here too. So if you are part of the work team, if you can give us a quick hello so that everyone knows who you guys are. Awesome. So this next hour or so, we wanted to share a brief overview of what you will expect this week and highlight some of the impact that you guys have made this past year on our families. During the call, you'll hear from multiple team members in Haiti who lead our programming on the ground. Due to some current fuel issues in Haiti, there are some difficulties with the internet connection. So you might see some of their screens go off, or they may log in or out. So bear with us, especially while they are presenting. As you know, this past year in Haiti has been quite a difficult one. Despite the setbacks, though, more of our families are making an income this year than in previous years, and the number of students attending college will more than double than last year. I know a lot of our conversation last year, we focused on our students that are graduating from high school and going into college. And the fact that we have more than double is a huge success for us. To continue to make sure that more students can go to school, that we're expanding our services to more families and moving into more landfill communities, we do have a goal of $120,000 to reach for this year's annual event. As of today, we are just $7,000 short, which is huge. I don't think we've ever come into an event week with just having $7,000 to raise. And if you guys know me and Viv pretty well, we'll probably continue to push that even if we do hit our 120. So I'm grateful for you guys for continuing to support all of the work that we do. A lot of the funds that have come in to date is because of each of you on this call, whether you're a First Mile partner, an event sponsor, a host committee member, an individual contributor, a one-to-one monthly supporter. You've made multiple donations to make sure that we can come into this event week with a lot to celebrate already. Before we really dive deep into the agenda, I want to make sure to introduce our event co-chairs and two of our board members that are on the call with us, as well as a few other board members too. But our event co-chairs for this evening are Suzanne and John Graff, who would like to say a few words.
Hi, everybody. I'm John. Suzanne and I have been privileged to be on the board of Work since its founding nearly 10 years ago. And have really been gratified to see the great work that Viv and her team, overseen by Ian and the board, have done in growing the organization, growing its reach, and growing its the amount of work that it's getting done and the good work that's getting done. And I think a key to that is the fact that we've got such a strong team in Haiti right now. With everything that's been going on the last couple of years between disasters, both economic, political, and natural, without that team there, we would not be able to service the people we work with at all. So they've been doing a splendid job, and it's a tribute to the folks in Haiti and a tribute to the folks here that they've been able to keep the machine working. So kudos, many more years return. Thanks everybody for your support. We're very, very grateful, and we look forward to working with you in the future and having more good news.
Awesome. Thank you both. I will kick it over to Benoit, who's our engagement manager in Haiti, who has also been directing and basically hosting all of these videos all week. And so he can share a little bit more with you on what to expect. Benoit, I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you, Christina. And I want to say welcome, everyone. Most of you might know me. I am Jeff Benoit, Works Engagement Manager here in Haiti. So I'm very pleased to be here today with such a big crowd, like to support our work and everything that we've been doing. I want to address a few words because this year was very difficult, especially with everything that was going on from COVID-19 for our families, and then continuing with the fact that all the political unrest that was going in the country. and to our families and for us in order to continue with our work. And all this that we were supposed to do in person was very difficult. And for me, as an engagement manager, to be able to go to the home, sit with them, have the conversation with them, and to see how grateful that they are with the fact that no matter what was happening in the country, no matter what hit us, that we were able to continue with our programs for them to allow like to continue to hope and make the dream possible. And I mean, this journey is not something that is going to end in one day, and we all know it. And this is why we are so blessed with a great team and with all your support to be able to continue to do so. We all know it was in the news when everything happened with the assassination of Haiti's president, which was a grief to everyone. And as things are getting harder, we're still here for the families. So all of that is because of your support. All of you who are here or who are not here, it just create the strong community that we are. And lately in August when the earthquake, hit us, something unexpected, and a lot of people suffered for it, and it was devastating. So, and this is when I had to take like flight to Lekai just to see in a way that I can help. And it was only 48 hours after that. And the fact that we were able to do that was because you guys, like the fact that we have this team, yes, to work here, but it's because you believe in everything that we were doing and it allowed us to do so. So I want to thank you guys for all of that. And I think, it's such a great community that we have. And the fact that we can show our family members, the strength of this community, I think this is great. So I'm gonna be brief here and try to let you know about the schedule for the week, what to expect. So tomorrow you should receive a video about our earthquake response efforts that all the work that we did in Lekai, the way we started with to support the families that we have there, the collectors, and then the next day, which will be on Wednesday, will be the video about our community, strong as a community, which also explain how, like, despite everything that was difficult in the community, how we kind of like work to make sure that everyone was safe and see in a way that we can help each other. And the day after that, you will see our year ahead, which is also as we are expanding our work in the Delfield community, it will be a good way to see what are like the difficulties there and the reason why our work is needed in these communities. And the best day to me, which is the last day, on Friday, when you receive the cooking debut from Kamita about the pumpkin soup, which is soup jumu in Haiti. I think this part like I love it because I did have a taste of the soup jumu, which you'll be able to enjoy. And on Monday, our online auction will close. So I think this is all that you need to expect for this week. Okay. So for now, I think I will pass it up to Viv, who will share a few. So thank you guys and happy to see you all on this call.
Thanks, Benoit. And for those who were here with us last year, you probably remember us talking about how Benoit started with us about 3 days before we started filming. And essentially, we handed him his own iPhone and told him he has to go and shoot these videos for the next month for Bright Futures. And he crushed it. And this year he was promoted to director and producer of these videos. So he's taking all the skill sets that he learned last year, and he's working with a local crew of filmmakers, videographers in Haiti, and directing these videos that we'll be able to share with you later this week, which I'm super excited about. Hopefully you'll be able to see the upgrade from the work that we've done last year. And we're just so excited to be able to find a local film crew who gets the challenges, who gets the work itself to help us tell these stories. So we're excited to highlight them as well. But I wanted to just say a few words about the impact that you've helped us achieve this year. And I'll hand it off over to Ian once I'm done for his perspectives as well. There's been so much going on this year, and you all know that because we have reached out to you time and again for your support during the last few months of all of the challenges that our team and our families in Haiti have endured. We really couldn't have done any of the response work at the time frame that we were able to do without your support. All of that built on the foundation that you've already helped us establish as one-to-one sponsors, as corporate partners, as individual donors, as runners. You've really helped us to shape this community and make sure that every step of the way, there's not a challenge that we cannot respond to. So from the bottom of all of our hearts, just a tremendous thank you for always sticking by us and for always responding to our call. And I love to just share a little bit about where we were this year and where we're headed next year as well. So Christina, if you don't mind sharing that deck, thank you so much. What's been exciting this year for us is that despite all of that's happening in the world today and in Haiti specifically as well, that we've been able to remain and sustain our commitment to all of our families in Menelas and in Trutier. So our 352 family members that we've been supporting continue to receive full wraparound service support from us. That's education, access to medical care, job training and placement. And despite the pauses we've had to take this year, we've seen tremendous progress with them. Many of our kids a majority of our kids are moving on to the next grade level. A high majority of our kids are moving on to the next grade level that we hadn't anticipated really because of all of the pauses they've had to take during the school year. I think initially our education team thought that maybe 30% of our kids will pass their national exams this year. Actually, in reality, we got up to about 92% of passing rate. So even just both understanding the challenges at play, the barriers that are in front of them, but also knowing how hard they all want to work has really kept us going this year and making sure that everybody's able to make more progress going forward. In this new year, we're going to grow into our next 50 families. So 50 more kids and their families will be onboarded in the new year in both Menelas and Trutier. So we're excited to continue to expand our services there. Our model in working directly with whole families, one by one household at a time, one block at a time, one community at a time remains. And as we're doing that, and as we're building the infrastructure locally in the community through our job creation program, so building grocery stores to ensuring that there are more modes of transportation within the community, that there's access to clean water in the community, et cetera. It also gives us this ripple effect. So we're not just supporting the individual families that are receiving full wraparound service from us, but their neighbors are now benefiting from all of the work that our families are now putting into the community itself. In addition to that, because we've established our local leadership in the community now, during times of COVID, of the unrest, of the assassination, when it's very difficult for our team to get to Menelas and Trutier, our local leadership have stepped up to make sure that they're checking in on everybody, that everyone is receiving emergency response and support that they need, and that no family no family's needs gets unmet during those times. So, because of that model that we've been able to build over the years, it really took the time to groom the leadership in place, make sure that they are telling us exactly what is needed in the community so that it can be sustainable long-term, and make sure that that strategy is in place. So now that our model's in place in Menelas and Trutier to continue to expand our services to the residents who need us, we're now taking this model to other places. You've heard us talk about First Mile a lot, and we'll continue to talk about it even more because we're going to expand our work through all of the first mile of the supply chain. So Christina, we'll go to the next slide here. So the next step for us as an organization is now expanding our model that we've created in Menelas and Trutier into multiple nodes within Port-au-Prince. And these are areas where there are other landfill communities like Trutier, or there are high rates of collection and collectors networks in those areas. Here on the map here is our next 6 areas that we're going to expand into, where we're working with 12 collection centers, a total of about 170 collectors, and in total about 1,000 family members along with them, who will receive support from us that will eventually help them achieve a couple of goals. One, to improve the collection productivity, so the amount of collection that they are doing, so that they can also increase their income level as well. So the model that we've built in Menelas and Chutier to provide full wraparound service support, to provide our families with the opportunity to walk themselves out of poverty through a good, dignified job. We're replicating that model now with all landfill communities across Port-au-Prince. And we can continue here. And as we're doing that, what's been great over this last year is that we've built enough capacity within our team in Haiti and our community in Haiti to be able to expand this work with just our local team there leading the charge. So Escane, who's on the call here, Richardson, who's on the call, Christy, they're all part of this team to help scale our model from Menelas and Chutier across all of Port-au-Prince and eventually across all of Haiti as well. So the area that the earthquake hit in August, Lake Kai, is one area where we're starting to understand, get to know the collection network down there. So in addition to completing our earthquake response work, once we're through expanding our services through Port-au-Prince, Lake Kai will be the next spot that will expand our services to all of the collection centers and collectors who are there. But in addition to that, we're already starting to have conversations with our center owners and our collectors in Cap-Haïtien and in other provinces across all of Haiti. And we envision that in the next few years, we'll be able to expand all of our services to all of the center owners and collectors across all of Haiti as well. Right now, we're estimating this should be about 2,000 collectors or so. In terms of household size, that's going to be about 12,000 people or so that we'll be expanding our services to across the board. The real, critical core idea of this work is that we're not just expanding services to these individual collectors and their families, but the services are meant to ensure that they are going to make a higher income through collection and be able to gain dignity and value in the workspace, in the work that they do in waste collection. So, included in that, and what's key is to make sure that there is a market in place for the collectibles, for the items that they're collecting. And thanks to our First Mile brand members, HP, CPI Card Group, US Bank, they're ensuring that there is a buyer on the other side of this market, so that our collectors, as they're increasing their productivity to collect more materials, that there is a buyer on the other side and a full ecosystem of support for this waste collection chain. So, over the years, what we've been able to do is build a model in place that addresses all of the essential needs of whole families, so that they can be productive in the workspace. And right now, as of this year, we are expanding that model specifically to the first mile of the waste supply chain. So our next, the next few years of our work is really going to be about how do we expand this model that we started in Menelas and Chutier to all of the landfill communities across all of Haiti, and then eventually other places globally as well. So we're super excited about doing that and figuring out how do we take everything that we've learned in Haiti and now apply that across everything that we've learned in Menelas and Chutier and apply that across all of Port-au-Prince and then all of Haiti. But the next step here that Ian and I have been working really hard on this year is to figure out, how do we now scale this model globally? What are the opportunities for us to take a model that we've been able to build from the ground up in Haiti with our families and our team in Haiti and apply that across to other waste supply chains across the world? And this past year, we've had the opportunity to visit waste supply chains in other parts of the world, in Ghana, in Brazil, even here in the US, in Montana and Alaska, where there's a combination of both opportunities to end poverty through good dignified jobs, and an opportunity to end the waste crisis because there's a lack of infrastructure in those areas, and take everything that we've learned in Haiti and apply to those places. And thanks to the support that we've had with other brand partners and our client brands who are asking us, how have we done this in Haiti? How can we share this model with other places? We're now going to, this year we'll be going to, and early next year, we'll be going to about 8 different waste supply chains. So Ghana, Brazil, Alaska, Montana, Southeast Asia. So in India, Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, and then in addition to that, Taiwan and Honduras as well. So a lot of places that we're going to, but the idea is the same, applying the same model that we've built in Menelas and Tritier to other parts of the world where we can be useful, where what we've developed can be useful to other people who are also in landfill communities, who are also collecting plastic waste to make a living, and who can benefit from the model that we've created here. So I'll pause there and hand it over to Ian for a couple minutes.
Yeah, thanks, Viv. You know, if I think about where we were 12 months ago when we sat on this call, and think about the amount of things that have happened among the people that we serve and the people that work for the people that we serve, it kind of blows my mind, frankly. You know, it was almost one thing after the other, and that is over a series of years in which it felt like that as well. But this year was different. And sometimes not so good ways. I mean, we faced a lot of heartache this year, but we also faced a lot to be proud of. You know, I one of the quotes I really love is by Hemingway, and he said, you know, the world breaks everyone, but many are strong at the broken place. And that has never been more true than it is with our organization. We are strong at the broken places. And in fact, the fact that our team has responded the way that they have in Haiti has almost completed what has been in our minds from, you know, for those who were on our very first, you know, benefit almost 10 years ago now. You'll remember that this is, you know, this was a journey we said, stick with us. You know, we're going someplace with this. This is going to mean something. And this isn't just one person or 10 people. There's a model here that we believe can restore dignity to people and their families through good, dignified jobs. And what we found is because our staff in Haiti, and all of you that are on the call and from our staff, you know this now intimately, because that staff has responded so incredibly, it has allowed us to punctuate the first phase of this journey, which has been prove that this model that we have created works. Prove it so well that it is beyond shadow of a doubt, beyond question, from the experts in the world who look at these things, that what we're doing is working, both, you know, experientially and from a data perspective. And then, you know, we know that there are upwards of, we think the low end estimate is tens of millions, but we think almost 100 million people globally earn their living in the way that many of the people that we serve earn their living, and that's in waste. And now that this model has worked, and we know that our local leadership model works, we can now take that and expand. And we're, you know, these dots that are on a map right now, you know, they might look like some places that maybe we hope to go, but it's important to note that we have been already to all but one of these places, and already done a lot of these works in the supply chains. All of that, and for those on the call who are from our corporate partners, that is all possible because with our programming process and our local leadership, none of that can flow unless there is the pool from corporate dollars that actually creates the economy that we need in order to make that entire thing run. Right? That's the gasoline that makes the engine go. So I'll just close by saying that, you know, we've put a lot of thought in coordination and hand in hand with our staff, with many of you. And this process is not coming to fruition. This isn't an area that we're saying like, man, it would be great if we could do this. This is something we've wanted and been working to do for 10 years. And now we feel like we're in a place where we feel like we can move with some aggressiveness and some knowledge into these new spaces. And I have no doubt that we'll be broken again, but given where we've been so far, I feel very strongly that we'll be strong at those broken places as well. Again, thank you all for being here as always. Can't wait to see so many of you in person.
Thanks, Ian. It is really quite exciting to be here today and to see so many of you who've been here with us since the very, very beginning. And, truly, we can't thank you enough for sticking by us through all these years and to help us scale this work and make sure that what we've built isn't just utilized in one place, but it's a model that can be scaled to so many more, hopefully millions and millions of folks in the future too. Well, I'll hand it over to Christy now to share a little bit more about our work in Haiti and continue to talk through how we're doing this and how we've been doing this in Haiti.
Thanks, Viv. Hey guys, I'm Christy, as a lot of you may know already, and I'm Works Program Manager based in Haiti. So what I mostly do is work with our program coordinators here and also our health coordinator, Nicole, who's in the call right now, to make sure that our programs are up and running, and also so programs as job program for the adults, education program for the kids, and also the health program for both of us. So for all of these programs, we make sure that our families are participating in them and are making progress. In order to do that, we make sure that they set goals and also accompany them to the achievement of these goals as well. So in order also to do that, we also make sure that all of our families are healthy. So this is why we also give access to medical care. So overall, we basically work our families to the process of graduation and independence as well, because this is the end goal. This is where we want to put our families in. And personally, as we've mentioned, I can share a little bit more about what's going on here. Despite everything that has been going on, I think Benoit as well mentioned it in the beginning, the earthquake, the unrest, of the instability that happened in the country, we have seen the anger from the family members to continue to work in order to get themselves, but also the whole family out of their current situation. And we have seen how the parents are working with the kids in their education, and also for the job program, in the workforce development, we have seen the improvement that they have made in how they are willing to utilize the tools that we're providing to them in order to make progress and move forward to get to the end goal that I just talked about. So basically that's the overall situation right now. And also working with the families, there will be situations such as unrest and the earthquake where we would have to take a pause and then assess and also make sure that we support our families in the right way. If I could take an example, it would be like a few months ago in August, right after the earthquake. Even though the epicenter was not in Port-au-Prince exactly, but we had to stop with all of our programs and made sure that our families are all doing okay, that they were all right, and also provide the support that they really needed at the moment. And as we do have a lot of our center owners, a lot of our collectors as well in Lekai, where the epicenter was, mostly the south, we quickly had a team who went there and also made sure that they locate, assist the families there, the collectors and center owners there, and also provided responded to the immediate needs that these people had over there. So like big kudos to that team here, but also this couldn't be possible without you guys for not only trusting us, but also helping us in the whole process. So thanks to you guys. And now, like 3 months from the earthquake, we are now we have all of our programs in port running, and also we do have the construction project going on in Lekai for the moment. So big thanks to you guys, when we are or another who help making this happen. So I'll pass it up to one of the newest of the team, Keslin, who will be sharing also some words. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Christy. Hello, everyone. My name is Keslin Augustin. I started as a translator for last year, and now I am the Workforce Development Program Coordinator with WORK. Some of you might be wondering what is Workforce Development, which is right. So Workforce Development Program is obviously one of our programs that we have in this organization. And we have programs like education programs, health programs. We have workforce development program. We have youth programs. All those programs, we set them for a goal, which is to help our families to get out of poverty. So, you know, our families in Haiti, they are facing a lot of problems. This is why we have those programs. So, which is workforce development. I consider it as the last step for our family. This is where we have how families going to a program where they can, you know, they can learn about life skills in general, and then after that they will graduate from LS or from life skills, so that they can go to job preparation, or where they will train for business, or after that they can go to a job placement, or they can start create their own business. So, you know, we have our goal to help our families to be independent. So this is why we this program is so important, and this is the last program where our families are starting to improve their lives, where they start having enough of capacity to take care of their families. So we have a lot of examples, a lot of people graduating from this organization. Like, they can now take good care of themselves, take good care of the children. So I'm not going to say, you know, Macnoel, you know, Kamita, and you know, Irony. So there's a lot of families. But let's take one case particular, which is Jeta. For the last month, there was a lot of problems in Haiti. So, you know, political issues, earthquake, and then in the community, like there were like gunfighting in our community, but a lot of people were wanting out of the community. But Jeta was the one that started LS with us years ago, and now she was part of job program where she just started you know, her business last just 3 months ago, and then she was in the community staying, and then start her business. She had no revenue before. With us, she started her business with 30 and 50 US dollar, and now, which is amazing, in the space of 2 months and a half, she is able to double her revenue, which is excellent, which is so great. When I even go to visit her, to mentor her how to keep running her business, how to duplicate or triplicate her business, I even heard from her neighbor saying, Jeta is so amazing, and she's even expecting a baby now, and then she had a son that she had to take care of a whole family. So having your support, guys, is so wonderful, is so helpful for this family like Jeta. who is taking good care now of her kids and her coming baby for next month. So I would say thank you is not enough, but with our families, with Mark Noel, Jetta, and people who are coming from our programs, they see hope from your support, guys. So we have more families that coming to our program, and then we are able to graduate more families. So thank you is not enough for what you're doing, guys. So neither you are a supporter, you are a friend. So thank you for all. So any question or even at the end, so I'm ready for this. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Keslin. Richardson, if you are still with us, I know your connection was a bit iffy. I will let you say a few words.
Christina, I am first my manager, impact manager in Haiti. I'm working closely with collectors, help them troubleshoot problems, how we can solve them, and I'm gonna be very short because my connection can be cut at any time. So I think it's a really great thing to work with this organization work. So they're really helping the work really hard. And I know that it's not easy to do. So quickly, I would like to say that I'm very grateful to work with you guys. Mostly Iskane, thank you, man. We spent a lot of time after the earthquake.
Richardson,
It means
are
a lot
you
of time.
still with
Hey.
us? Yeah. I think, Donna, you got a quick shout out there, but
That's right.
we'll check in with Richardson and see if he wants to share a few words, and we can share it separately and maybe an e-blast this week along with one of our videos.
It should be really quickly noted. I know we have to move forward, but it was really quickly noted how incredible the work that Richardson and Eskine and the forward team during the earthquake did. That we haven't had the chance to tell everybody all in person or in person at once, but I cannot express the what moment and milestone that was for our organization. And it shouldn't go past without us all giving that Haitian leadership team a round of applause, because when an earthquake the size of the one they faced before hit their neighbors, not only did they sleep outside their own homes the night of the quake, but they decided to get on a plane and flew into a tropical storm in order to go help the people that we serve. And that wasn't just our staff members, that was people who have gone through our program and since graduated from it. And they didn't go for 1 day or 2 days. They went for a month. Like some of them are still going back and forth. And they did it with no infrastructure. We were trying to build infrastructure around them from 1,000 miles away. So I think it's really important that we as a community take a quick moment to give that team a big round of applause, because it was a giant milestone for us.
And I know that Richardson, as he was trailing off, mentioned how much he appreciates Eskane. It's literally because the two of them slept outside and with a small team, trying to figure out how to build a tent and shelter with sticks and metal sheets that were, abandoned on the side of the street, because there was nothing much more that they can find in the area. But they did that for the first week without saying a word. They just said, "We slept tonight. We're good. We're ready to get going." And Nancy made us tea this morning, and we're feeling great. Every step of the way, we had to continuously ask them, how's everybody doing? Make sure you're staying, healthy. And we'll send you guys tents as soon as we can get a shipment down there. But there was not a moment of, them saying, "I got to go home. This is rough." Every step of the way, they're just, hanging tight, making sure that they are looking for being as resourceful as possible, to make sure that they can still maintain the work and care for those who have just lost their homes in the middle of an earthquake.
And the work, guys, it speaks for itself. Like, this wasn't just them being courageous. Like, they delivered 5,000 hot meals, right? They assessed 500 family members to make sure that they were safe under roof, to understand what repairs they needed. They distributed and oversaw the distribution of tens of thousands of pounds of medical supplies. Like, we're not talking about them, a couple of people just getting on a plane and like seeing what they could do. We were one of the first organizations of all the organizations on the planet to show up on site. And we were one of the very first organizations to begin making moves and getting things done. Like, people were astounded at how quickly we did it. And it wasn't like we were on the phones, we were working the phones here, but there was this group of people who should be our heroes because they were the ones that actually got the work done. So it just, thank you to all of you.
Thanks, Viv, and thanks, Ian. And obviously, kudos to the whole team, and thank you for what you did. They'll continue to share their stories this week as well. I know tomorrow, as Benoit mentioned, is our first video with earthquake response. So Christy, Benoit, and Richardson will all share their perspective, even a little bit deeper than what they did today. We are a couple minutes away from closing out, but we do just have a couple more things to get through. So if you can hang on the call with us, we'd appreciate that. We also understand if you do have to jump off. I'm going to take a moment to share my screen again with you guys. So with this event, as Benoit mentioned, every day this week, you'll receive an email from us that will include the video for the day. If for some reason you don't receive that email or you can't find it, if you go to our event webpage, you'll be able to see all, whoops, let's see if it works. Our entire event for the week. So every day we'll upload the new video here and you'll get to see what the topic is as well. This will also be the area that you can view our online auction with all the items that were donated from our host committee and our supporters this year, as well as make an additional donation. You'll see down below where we have our cooking demo that will be released on Friday. You can actually purchase or download our Haitian recipe book from our moms in Haiti. We had this last year. And it's really, really solid. There's some great stories in here and the recipes are amazing. You'll also see a little bit further down the specific recipe that Anne Malouse will be making on Friday. So always resort back to this page if for some reason you don't see a video or you don't know where to go. And then quickly as well, I mentioned it earlier, but a huge part of the reason why we are able to do the work that we do is because of our host committee members and our event sponsors. Our event sponsors this year have really allowed us to announce how much we've raised to date and to be able to expand to more landfill communities that Viv and Ian spoke about. Our First Mile partners, HP and CPI Car Group, I do think a few of you are on the call with us now, so thank you for being here as well. Our platinum sponsors, Capture, our gold sponsors, Nixon Peabody, CLA Athletics, UPMC Health Plan. Our silver sponsors, Morgan Stanley and the Priory Hospitality Group. Our bronze sponsors, Provident Insurance and SSB Bank. And our supporting sponsors, Brothers Brother Foundation, Columbus Running Company, and Let's Roam. We also have quite a few supporters, partners, donors that stepped up right when we announced that we needed support and that our team was heading to Lakai after the earthquake. I won't list them all out, but you'll see them multiple times throughout this week. And I just want to show appreciation for this group specifically who was there and allowed our team to be able to deliver all the resources and ensure that our families had what they needed while we were here in the US. And Benoit, I'll let you properly introduce our special performance for this evening and let her share a few words.
Thank you, Christina. Before I will let you bless by Emote voice, I will let her present herself. And yeah, Emote,
Bonsoir.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pétion Verlin Emote.
Moi, j'ai 20 ans.
I'm 20 years old.
Moi, vraiment content avec nous à Soya. Et je dis merci d'abord pour aider nous et ensuite pour l'union que nous gagnons pour notre capable d'aider jeunes et ensuite familles en Haïti.
I am truly happy to be with you tonight. And I want to say thanks to you for all the support that you've been showing me in the past. And not only me, but all families around Haiti.
Merci encore une fois. Et, musique que moi j'ai choisi interpréter, c'est de Whitney.
The song that I chose to interpret for you guys, it's from Whitney.
Raison qui fait que moi interpréter musique ça, c'est parce que premièrement personne là, et ensuite deuxièmement musique là.
The reason why I chose this song is first is because of the character itself, and then the song also.
Personne là, ça fait moi choisi interpréter musique personne là, c'est parce que moi j'aime monde que li a ensuite moi j'aime support que li gagne force que li gagne dans voix parce que moi-même moi j'aime chanter.
The reason why I said that I love her character is because first I love singing, but the strong power that she shows when she's singing, that's the reason I chose this song.
Musique, moi choisi dans toute musique li fait yo, raison qui fait moi choisi musique ça c'est parce que li parle de un pile bagay et dans musique ça, ou quand joindre des choses pour même.
So the reason why I chose this song is because I think for myself, like there's a lot of things that you can gain from it, and I think that's the reason I chose this song.
Parce que musique là parle de espoir, de ça que ou pas gagner, les que qui sont pas jeunes, les que perdu, les que ou regrette un bagage ou fait dans vie, espoir que gagner, et il y a un caractère, musique là il y a un caractère évangélique.
The reason why I chose this song is because it talks about hope, and also when you lost something, what you can do to regain it. And I think this is very important for us to be able to always have hope.
Musique là veut dire que gain espoir malgré tout ça qu'arrive dans vie, malgré tout regret que on prend, ou qu'a vinn gagner et tout échec ou qu'a prend, ou qu'a garder ciel là et un support ou après côté support absolument force.
So the song talk about like no matter what you did, mistake that you done in the past, you can always look back from it. So you should always have hope. And as long as you can look at the sky, you should always have hope.
Merci. Et ensuite, espoir que moi-même moi gagne, so ça que moi gagne comme idée, comme objectif, c'est continuer avec l'école moi que je viens pour me terminer bientôt, et ensuite pour moi apprendre un bagage et pour me capable aider tête moi aider famille mais ensuite aider l'autre.
So for myself, I mean, I want to say thank you first. For myself, what I want to do is focus on my school, went to college, and also be able to help my family, help others, or just help everything the country overall.
Et merci, moi t'es content avec moi.
So thank you. I'm happy to be with you tonight, and so enjoy.
Hello everyone, non pas monsieur Pétion vers l'émeraude. C'est un plaisir pour moi jeudi pour moi là avec nous. Moi c'est un bénéficiaire de Teamwork, ça fait longtemps ça. Moi choisi offrir nous une chanson comme remerciement. Merci, bonne audition. As I lay me down, heaven heal me now. I'm lost without a cause. After giving it my all, when the storm have come and I cleared my song, after all that I've been through, who on earth can I turn to? I look to you, I look to you. After all my strength has gone, in you I can be strong. I look to you, I look to you. And when melodies searching for that open door. And every road that I've taken led to my regret. And I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Nothing to do but lift my head. I look to you. I look to you. And when melodies are gone, in you I can be strong. I look to you. I look to you. I look to you.
Beautiful.
So beautiful. Well done. I know some of you joined us last year, and Emerald sang for us as well. So this time we did a pre-recorded version of it so that you could get the full performance without any issues with the Wi-Fi. But Benoit, definitely share kudos, and we'll share some of the chat messages with Emerald after the call as well. And Benoit, you're on mute, but I'll let you say the final words.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, it's always great to see such beautiful faces, but it's also to see like each and every year that our community is always growing. So thank you guys for making the time to sit with us and celebrating these families. I mean, yes, the work that they are doing is amazing, but you are the reason behind it, because they know that if they should not let you down. And that's also the reason why that we are doing this work. We are Haitian, we love our country, and these people, they have hope for something better. And this is why we are here. And this is why none of us were afraid only 48 hours, 48 hours after the earthquake, to go to Lekai, because we are here for this. We are here for this change. We are here to see people, become to all the hopes that they have, the dreams that they have, that they can do it. And if the support that we can give is from being there. If the support that we can give is being able to have able to sing for us tonight as she did, I think in our way we should always be able to share this. So thank you guys. And as we are closing, if you guys have any question, you can leave it in the chat box, and then we'll find our best to answer this question. So it was really nice to see you, and I know it's not going to be the last time, because we have a lot of more work to do. And I think you're the crowd that the community that we have inside us that can make us get there. So thank you guys.